Hey everyone, welcome back. It's been such a long time. I know, I'm sorry. I've been super busy. I didn't get COVID, I didn't get sick or anything. It's just that I've been just super busy. I hope you're all staying safe. It's crazy out there with the pandemic and lockdowns, etc. Especially here in the United States, I think it's record cases day after day. So, I hope you stay safe. But I've been super busy at work, so I haven't had a chance to do much racing or videos. I just jumped back on to do a race today, and I thought it was an interesting race. So I would you know show you the replay. So I qualified sixth here, USF 2000. The new season here, it seems like it's what do you call it? The first race was Long Beach, I think, for PM18. So I didn't want to buy the track, so I figured I'll go back to USF 2000. So here I am. Like, I started six. I got a good start, and I passed that person 7 car in the sort of Renault livery, and I thought this was a very fun race because I got some wheel-to-wheel racing and some defensive maneuvers required to stay ahead. These guys are just too fast for me. USF 2000 top split. I think the strength of field for this one was about 1900 or so. But yeah, I'm right now at around, I think, just around 2000, and I'm still in the yellow number 5 car right here. Oh, I missed that livery. It's been a while since I've raced it. So, where am I fast and where am I slow? I think first corner and second corner, I'm pretty fast in those sections, and into that little twisty part, into 3 and 4 as well. But the second to last corner, I am just terrible at it. So that makes me really vulnerable for the front straight. I'm good on the back straight. There's not too much of a passing opportunity through me, but the front straight, I'm vulnerable every time, and I think you can tell that already I'm sort of under pressure from the cars behind me. So this corner is the one I'm talking about. I've traditionally just lifted and be able to go through that corner without even braking at all, but maybe I'm just rusty because I haven't raced in a little while. It's not like riding a bike. I just try to jump in and I can do it again because I guess what? Oh wow, look at that. I didn't realize that happened. Do you see that? Wow. But anyway, what was I saying? It's the second to last corner. Usually I just lift and just stab the accelerator and power over and get a little bit of rotation, and I would be able to go through the turn. But it seems like in this case, I actually do need to brake. And in the first couple of races, I'm back. You see in here as well, I'm running a little bit wide. First couple of races, I've had incident after incident. Most of them are my fault. I'm sorry to everybody I've hit. It's terrible, I know. So in this case, this green car right behind me is just gonna catch me, just reel me in lap after lap, and I thought it was I was like sweating. I was under pressure. I actually had to turn off crew chief and just tell him like, hey, shut up, don't talk to me. I need to concentrate on my lines and getting my exits right. I don't think I did it like yet. I think within a second or something. But yeah, that was one incident where it was in front of me. I had to avoid the car, and yeah, that's when the green car, 3 car, I think, number 3 car, started getting really close. Because the moment you get within, I think, a second or so on the back straight, you get that toe, that draft, and you're gonna come up super close. So while we wait for the 3 car to catch up, let me maybe talk you through a little bit of some of the tips that I've picked up on this racetrack. I'm getting around 48 seconds, 0.5, 0.7, 0.8 in race trim with race fuel, I think. In practice, I get down to around 48.5 if I do enough laps and burn enough fuel. So let's see. I'll start with the back or last corner here. You take it flat. and you basically try to hug that apex as much as you can. Take the curb if you need. In here, I brake just before the 1 marker, and I try to angle it into that apex, into that corner, and let the car run wide and carry as much speed as I possibly can, and still in gear 3. And in here, I actually tuck in really early so I can lean on the left-hand side and then come right back onto that concrete curb. I think it's really key for me to get on the throttle as soon as possible on this back straight. And then in here, you just lift a little bit and just try to straighten up the car as soon as you get up to the crest. In here, you tap the brakes a little bit and then you just turn in. I'm still trying to carry as much speed as I possibly can. Any tips there, let me know, but I trail brake in a little bit, and at the apex I'm getting 110 miles an hour. So it's not too slow, but it does make me a little bit more vulnerable on the front straight. So I think one of the key things to keep in mind is that in here, right before this little chicane section, I actually trail brake. I don't know if you can see the input. I actually trail brake a tad bit of brake just to help my nose tuck in, and I want to be on that left-hand side as I swing back out. It's just so important because that back straight, if you screw up, again, it's a passing opportunity. So you can see this car is now catching up really, really close, and I'm starting to get a little bit defensive, I think next lap or so. The other trick I picked up is you want to move that brake bias to around 54.5, 53.9 if you're really adventurous and you can catch it when it starts to probably over rotate under braking. But I do 54.5 and it's fairly manageable. In here, I think I ran wide a little bit and I started getting under pressure. I find this crest here to be so dangerous because if you're not fully straight by the time you leap up the crest, you can have quite a bit of oversteer. Okay, here it comes. I think 3 car is tucked in right behind me. I'm taking the middle lane, and he goes on the outside. Perfect, easy. I just brake late and hold my line. I think from a defensive perspective, I think I've got him covered. I am very confident in my braking ability, not so much in getting out of the second to last turn, because I think you can take it flat, or not flat. At least you can take it with a lift and not brake. But I just don't know how to do it. So you can tell in here, as soon as I get through this corner, he is so close. He is so close. And this is flat out, so he's going to continue to get a draft, and going defensive again. But nope, he's not close enough, so I tuck back into my racing line and go through. And there's an incident ahead, which I slow down for, and 3 car was like, I don't care, I'm not going to slow down. Now he's right behind me, all over that rear wing. And that's the thing about iRacing. I've noticed that if you get a yellow flag, people just see it as free positions, and they don't slow down for the incidents. In my last race, I actually hit somebody because I was trying to go slow, and someone zoomed right by on the right, and I had nowhere to go. I either switch lane right into the guy zooming by, or I hit the car that stopped, and I ended up hitting the guy who stopped or spun out sideways. Yeah, it's awful. In here, I made a mistake. I drifted wide, and this is where it got a little bit more dicey. Had to, tuck in the inside, and this is what I mean. If you can tuck in on the inside of that first left-hander and set yourself up for the right-hander, there's no possible way they can pass. The straight's just not long enough on this USF 2000 car. There's just not enough power in this thing. So it doesn't matter if I, screw up in the turn 1 or turn 2, as long as I protect that chicane well. And in here, what's really important is to get a good exit out of the last 2 corners. I think so far I'm doing fine in here as well. I think, yep, I'm taking the middle lane again. He goes outside. You see, I don't go in the inside lane. The moment you go in the inside lane, they're gonna be in the middle or on the outside, and they're gonna sweep in, and they're gonna be so much faster than you on the racing line. So I find it interesting. I almost used a bad word there, but I find it interesting when people go into the inside and just pretend that this is enough for you to defend. It's like, no, inside is not defending. I want them to take a compromise line, no matter which side it is, which is on the outside or on the inside. It's still not an ideal line. I'm going to park my car right in the middle. So that's I would say, a defensive tip. If you have any defensive tips, let me know what else I should do. But this is what I do. Like, I park my car right in the middle again. He goes on the outside, and you can't you can't pass me on the outside. You just can't. And I'm sort of slowly backing him into the 6 car, hoping that they scrap and I can pull away. I'm not intentionally going slow, but I'm not exactly driving as fast as I possibly can, try to push. I don't want to make mistakes, so I'm just taking my sweet time and doing my lines I need to do, and being defensive and clever where I need to be, and let number 6 car pressure number 3, and maybe 6 and 3 will make a mistake, right? So here I go in the middle again. This time he's like, okay, I have 4 or 5 laps of this. I'm gonna go inside, more inside than you. Then, well, guess what? I'm gonna swing back outside and take the racing line, and which means I'm gonna be on the inside of this corner, which is the most important part. And I swing back to the apex here and come back. And I have a better run than 3 cars still. And this is where my wish came true. My wish came true. 6 and 3 car tangled as they were racing. I think it was 6's fault. Or maybe it was 3 actually. I think they were side by side. But I'm not going to be a marshal here. But But that sort of relieved some pressure off of me. But other than this, we are in P3, I think, at this point. So it's a race home, and just trying to stay alive and don't run off track, and don't kill the car, don't run on curbs, just bring it home safe. So I think I only have a few more laps left here, but I felt so much relief as soon as 6 and 3 car tangled. And in here, I've noticed that as I slowly practice my lines, it's a matter of tapping the brakes a little bit and turning in early. And it seems like the second to last corner is an increasing radius turn, and you have to sort of turn in early and let your car slide. But if you turn late, then your car will actually slide off of the racetrack. So slowly learning. So I'm going to fast forward because I don't need you to sit through laps and laps of this. But I think there's only 4 more laps of this. But anyway, let me get into the cockpit view and show you how I go. What's a good lap? Let's see. 17. All right, let's go to lap 17. Oh, wait, we're on lap 17 already. So let's go into the cockpit view and show you what we do. So I brake, and then I just let the car rotate, and then as soon as I see that the apex is near, I slam on the gas. And in here, the key is tapping a little bit of the brake and clipping that, and then swing over and make sure the car is angled perfectly before you get on the gas. And you can get on the gas really early if you want, but you might have to compromise that line. So in here, I just basically lifted. I can't talk fast enough. So I basically lift, and as soon as I lift, I tuck the nose in, because while the weight sort of transfer forward, I don't know why I'm leaning forward. It's a sim. I can't really lean forward here. Anyway, I get back on the gas right away, and you notice I actually do this. I actually swing my wheel like straight really quickly because I'm like, oh crap, the crest is coming up. So you want your car to be straightened out as soon as you hit the crest. Otherwise, you can, do a little spin and hit the wall or something. But I find this one to be the trickiest corner to get right. And if I let the car run out wide a little bit too much, which sometimes I do, and I love it because I want to use all of the track. But what I noticed for the last couple races is that as soon as you run out of asphalt and onto this little piece of grass right here, you get a 1X. And I find it to be such a big trap because even if I run out wide and I get a little bit more speed, I have to dart back super quickly. And that doesn't set me up for the second to last corner right here, the next corner. Which means I'm sort of compromised for the front straight. So I'm trying to set myself up here for the front straight by, sacrificing a little bit of speed here. So in here, I tap the brakes a little bit and let the car slide and get on the gas. Very undramatic, which is what we want. And then in here, we just hug the inside, get on the curb, and smooth lap. But other than that, that's it. I mean, thank you so much for watching. I mean, we finished P3. Let me fast forward, just finish this. We finished P3, so it is something that I'm happy to finally be able to do it, because first couple of races I was just caught in the middle, qualified pretty terribly and in all kinds of incidents. So so that's it. I hope to make more videos coming up soon. The racing school, I honestly have been just so busy, I haven't done it, and it takes like a full weekend, and if not more, of filming, editing, and stuff like that, and sometimes a full week of editing. So I hope to pick up, some video work over the winter holidays, but even then, it's been super busy. And hey, if you're curious about what I'm busy about, I am actually, I work in tech, and the main sort of work that I'm doing right now is we're doing an Oracle implementation in my company, and I'm leading several streams of work, and we are going live in January, so that's why we're in crunch time. We're just heads down, late hours, doing a lot of things, trying to get that out the door, because if we don't, no more sim and no more toys. So let's make sure that go live is going to be all successful and stuff. So anyway, thank you so much for watching. I appreciate all your support. I know lots of people have been commenting throughout as well, so I appreciate your comments. So I'm going to try to respond to as many as I can. I've been, catching up on some of the YouTube comments, so really grateful and thank you. I appreciate you still continuing to watch the channel or discovering the channel for the first time. Hope I bring you more. Probably a little bit slower, not like daily videos or every few days anymore, but I promise I will keep up with some videos. So thank you again. Have a good holidays and Merry Christmas. Stay safe. Bye for now.